South Sudan is the world's youngest nation and a virgin economy whose wide and vast potentials are yet to be explored. With an approximated population of 12 million people, the country sits on an area of more than 600,000 kilometers square of arable land, blessed with plenty of natural resources ranging from oil and gas reserves, different types of minerals and precious stones, as well as a rich set of flora and fauna scattered across the biodiverse fertile land traversed by many rivers, a classic example of land of milk and honey. South Sudan is home to more than 64 different linguistic and ethnic groups whose history, cultures, and traditions date back thousands of years. South Sudanese are naturally generous and welcoming people who coexist peacefully along different religious denominations, exercised in a secular state that respects the spirit of unity in diversity. In terms of wildlife and tourism sector, South Sudan is home to 6 national parks, namely Boma National Park, Southern National Park, Badingilo National Park, Shambe National Park, Lantoto National Park, and Nimule National Park. 12 game reserves, that is Ziraf Game Reserve, Mishra Game Reserve, Kidepo Game Reserve, Ashana Game Reserve, Chelku Game Reserve, Boro Game Reserve, Numatina Game Reserve, Banganji Game Reserve, Bire Kapotes Game Reserve, Mbrarazunga Game Reserve, Fanyikang Game Reserve, and Juba Game Reserve. And in addition to that is Imatong Forest, which is regulated by South Sudan's Ministry of Environment and Forestry. Speaking of fauna, wildlife migrations is a major tourist attraction for South Sudan, stretching across the eastern grassland savannas to the flat plains of Jonglei and eastern Equatorial states. The white-eared kob, Tiang, Mangala gazelle, and Boro reedbuck form one of the greatest animal migrations in the world, capable of attracting the largest tourist destination in the region, hence generating a profitable national income for the country. Although South Sudan shares many of its fauna species with her neighboring countries, certain species like the Nile lichwe, the white-eared kob, the black crowned crane, and the shoebill birds are endemic to South Sudan and makes up the world's stronghold population of these species, according to the Wildlife Conservation Society. Meanwhile, in terms of flora, tropical lowland moist forest is confined to a few scattered small localities in the southwest part of the country, near the border with Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Uganda, as well as the foothills of the Imatong Mountains in South Sudan. The country's savanna woodland forms the largest ecological region, where it stretches diagonally from the northwestern borders with Sudan and Central African Republic. The grassland savanna habitat in South Sudan is an adjoined area covering most parts of the country and is characterized by open short grasslands with scattered vegetation. The Sud Swamp, which is the world's largest wetland, represent some of the most extensive marshlands with complex channels and one open bodies whose central core is formed by cypress papyrus. Investment opportunities in South Sudan's wildlife and tourism sector, especially in the area of flora and fauna, includes rehabilitation and construction of park infrastructures such as game patrol and tourist roads, constructions of outposts, eco-lodges, camping sites, observation towers, use of hot air balloons to view the nature, rafting in the Nile, boat cruise, canoeing, zip wire, discovery filming, and etc. The hospitality is one huge rising sector in South Sudan, with a number of park-based lodges and international hotels equipped with modern, state-of-the-art technological amenities established in the capital city Juba, major towns and villages across the country. The hotel industry, tour and travel agencies, and the concerned government institutions are providing the best services in the quest of assuring tourists and investors to enjoy the best of their time while in South Sudan through a one-stop shop. Other successful economic portfolios thriving alongside wildlife and tourism sector includes a vibrant livestock sector with millions of goats, sheep, pigs, camels, and cows that would produce sufficient milk, meat, skin, and manure for local and international market. The Sud wetland, the lakes, the Nile, and its tributary rivers provide a huge fish industry for both fresh and dried fish for export to the region and beyond. Other locally made items include handmade artifacts and crafts like beads, ornaments, Lawa traditional wear, Bahur, Humra, Dilka, Gum Arabic, Shea butter which is locally known as Zitlulu, and traditional cuisines. South Sudan practices a number of sports, mainly football, basketball, volleyball, handball, athletics, and acrobatic, alongside other local games like wrestling, which is widely practiced in central part of the country, as well as Mongla and Boruburut, which are local games recognized as national sports in South Sudan. Being a post-conflict nation, South Sudan boasts on many success stories, such as its ability to mediate peace in neighboring Sudan through the Juba Peace Accord and the positive strides achieved internally in the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement, which aims to propel the country into a new chapter of peace, stability, development, prosperity, and regional economic integration. Visit South Sudan today to enjoy the African hospitality and witness the unsung, undiscovered, and never before seen magical experience that only a first-hand witness would testify. South Sudan, the land of great abundance.